There's been a lot of talk about the Warriors and that post. Now, Michael Nees, there was that list of 5 that we got, and they whittled down to Michael Nees. How much do we know about this German guy? Because I've been looking all over the internet. Because for us here in Africa, when you see an expatriate, you want to see results. And I was looking at, but he's a former under-21 coach of this, a former under-21 coach of that. I think the only notable appointments was when he was with Rwanda. But what did Rwanda actually do? And somewhere along the way, I saw that he's a hold of a black belt of some sort. First Dan, I think.
I don't know who he wants to fight, but I think when you look at his CV, it doesn't really inspire too much confidence in terms of his experience to date. But at 57, an argument can be made that he's a relatively young coach, if you want to call him that.
Can you let him finish?
Okay.
Producer, where are my cards? Red card, yellow, where are they?
Anyway, so my concern is that maybe he doesn't have the experience, but I assume maybe in his presentation, because I think that's something that the normalization committee seems to like.
I hear he spoke glowingly about Zimbabwe, about the players that we've got and the way they could have excelled, how much they've been playing. And
But you know what my biggest thing was? He said something in a statement that was released by ZIFA when they made the announcement on Tuesday, and it was about how Zimbabwe is predictable and he wants to change that. And for me, he's just saying a lot of buzzwords because he says, I know innovative methodologies. I'm like, I could have said that. I could have literally said the same.
You don't have a UEFA Pro license.
I don't have a UEFA Pro license, but I watch a lot of UEFA Champions League. So I think it might be the same.
But on the other hand, David, remember we had a German coach again, Klaus-Dieter Pagels. He came, tried to change the style of play for Zimbabwe. I think it was exciting. Remember, during those days, it was really exciting the way he tried, to play. I remember we also played. I think it was World Cup qualifiers. We played against Egypt, the national sports team. Though we were beaten by 4-2, but that was the era, and we saw some excitement, from the players, the fans. But he was a relatively unknown coach. Can we also probably extend a hand to Nees and try and hope for something good?
Yeah, we have to watch and see how is he going to to come up with his philosophies. Because mostly coaches, it's about philosophies, and most coaches, they want to talk about somebody's, or someone who he learned with. But at the end of the day, it's how is he going to pick up his technical department? How is he going to pick the players? Who are the players who are supposed to be coming for national team? Because you could hear him saying, there are certain players, and it from outside, and it outside. Then there are players who played against Rwanda and Nigeria who didn't even make it again into those 2 World Cup qualifiers. And there are players who went to COSAFA, and some who did well, some who didn't do well. So he's going to call the players, and according to what he heard and saw. I don't know, maybe I got put my videos. Could I want how those guys were performing, so that he can come up with a squad that can play against Kenya and Cameroon next month, of course.
But are you excited?
Yeah, the thing is, Howard, I might be excited because we now have a substantial coach, and for the next 2 years. But that's what is exciting you right now. Yeah,
tells you the bar is very low. Right?
Yeah, because we can't keep on going. We can't keep on going with every 2 games we've got a new coach. Every 2 games we've got a new coach. We're not going anywhere.
Time for the next 2 years.
And it confuses the players as well. Yeah. Remember, because after those 2 games, the next coach is going to come. Anu philosophy. Yagu club kwake. And bring on his own players as well. So when you have a substantive coach, at least he can bring in his technical department. He can call the players that he wants. Okay. Then to tank it up.
It's your premier football show, The Couch, Wednesday at 9 p.m. Konapo, Ipapo, Pazetium Prime, DSV channel 294, the place to be.